Religious trauma is the psychological impact of negative religious experiences. These experiences can range from strict doctrines to abusive practices. Many people struggle with this silently, unaware that their pain has a name. Religious trauma can affect anyone, regardless of their faith background. It's not limited to any specific religion or denomination. Dr. Marlene Winell coined the term religious trauma syndrome in 2011. Since then, awareness has grown, but many still suffer in silence. It's important to note that not all religious experiences are traumatic. Many find comfort and meaning in their faith. However, for some, religion becomes a source of deep emotional wounds. Understanding religious trauma is crucial for healing. Religious trauma can manifest in various ways. Some people experience anxiety when hearing certain religious phrases. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards healing. The signs of religious trauma can be subtle or glaringly obvious. Some people experience intense anxiety when confronted with religious symbols. Others may feel a deep sense of shame or unworthiness. These feelings often persist long after leaving the religious environment. Common symptoms include difficulty making decisions without fear of divine punishment. Some individuals struggle with black and white thinking patterns. They may find it hard to see nuances in life situations. Perfectionism is another frequent issue. Sexual issues are often prevalent among those with religious trauma. Strict teachings about purity can lead to shame and dysfunction. Some people find it difficult to enjoy intimate relationships without guilt. Fear is another common symptom of religious trauma. This can manifest as fear of hell, divine punishment, or the end times. Some people experience panic attacks when thinking about these concepts. But remember, healing is possible and you can reclaim your right to healthy, guilt-free intimacy. Religious trauma can have profound effects on mental health. Depression is a common outcome, often stemming from feelings of worthlessness or shame. Anxiety disorders are also prevalent. The constant fear of divine judgment can be paralyzing. PTSD is another serious consequence of religious trauma. Triggers can include religious music, certain phrases, or even the smell of incense. These can cause flashbacks or intense emotional reactions. OCD can also be exacerbated by religious trauma. Rituals and repetitive prayers may become compulsions. The fear of sinning or disappointing God can lead to intrusive thoughts. Eating disorders and body image issues can also stem from religious trauma. Strict teachings about modesty or the body being a temple can lead to unhealthy relationships with food and appearance. Experts in the field of religious trauma offer valuable insights. Dr. Marlene Winell emphasizes the importance of validation. She notes that many survivors feel alone in their experiences. Recognizing that their struggles are real and shared by others can be profoundly healing. Psychologist Dr. Darrell Ray points out the role of fear in religious trauma. He argues that many religious teachings use fear as a control mechanism. This can lead to long-lasting anxiety and difficulty trusting one's own judgment. Historian Dr. Valerie Tarico highlights the cognitive dissonance many experience. She explains how trying to reconcile conflicting beliefs can lead to mental distress. Theologian Dr. Robert M. Price suggests that studying religious texts critically can be liberating for some. Understanding the historical and cultural context of religious teachings can demystify them. It's like pulling back the curtain on The Wizard of Oz. Suddenly, the all-powerful deity looks a lot more human. For many, it leads to a more nuanced and personal spirituality. Religious trauma doesn't just affect an individual's inner world, it ripples out into all aspects of life. Relationships often bear the brunt of this impact. Those who have experienced religious trauma may struggle with trust issues. They might find it hard to form deep connections, fearing judgment or abandonment. Career and education can also be affected by religious trauma. Some individuals may have been discouraged from pursuing certain fields of study or careers. Others might struggle with imposter syndrome, feeling unworthy of success. Financial decisions can be another area impacted by religious trauma. Some may feel guilty about having money or enjoying material comforts. Parenting is often significantly influenced by religious trauma. Those who have experienced it may swing to extremes, either replicating strict religious upbringing or rejecting all structure. Finding a balanced approach can be challenging. But remember, the universe doesn't keep a cosmic credit score. Healing from religious trauma is a journey, not a destination. It often begins with acknowledgement and validation. Recognizing that your experiences were indeed traumatic is a crucial first step. Therapy can be an invaluable tool in healing from religious trauma. Look for therapists who specialize in religious trauma or have experience in this area. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and eye movement, desensitization and reprocessing, EMDR, have shown promising results. Support groups can provide a sense of community and understanding. Connecting with others who have similar experiences can be incredibly validating. Self-care is crucial in the healing process. This can include mindfulness practices, journaling, or engaging in activities that bring joy. Some find solace in nature or creative pursuits. It's about rediscovering what makes you feel whole and connected. Think of it as a spiritual spa day for your soul. Community plays a vital role in healing from religious trauma. For many, the loss of their religious community leaves a gaping hole. Finding new connections can be both challenging and rewarding. Building a support network of understanding friends and family is crucial. These are people who can offer emotional support without judgment. Online communities can be a valuable resource for those healing from religious trauma. Forums, social media groups, and virtual support meetings offer connection and understanding. Volunteering or engaging in community service can also be healing. It allows you to connect with others and make a positive impact. This can help rebuild a sense of purpose and belonging. It's like finding a new congregation, but one where the only doctrine is kindness. And the best part? No one passes around a collection plate. Religious trauma often complicates family relationships. When one family member questions or leaves the faith, it can create tension and conflict. Setting boundaries is crucial when dealing with family members who don't understand your journey. This might mean limiting discussions about religion or reducing contact if necessary. It's okay to protect your mental health. Finding ways to connect with family beyond religion can be helpful. Focus on shared interests or memories that don't involve faith. Sometimes family therapy can be beneficial in navigating these complex dynamics. A neutral third party can help facilitate understanding and communication. Just remember, there are no penalty cards for logical fallacies in family therapy. Self-care is essential in healing from religious trauma. This isn't selfish, it's necessary for recovery. Start by identifying activities that bring you joy and peace. Mindfulness and meditation can be powerful tools. They help you stay grounded in the present moment rather than worrying about divine judgment. Physical exercise is another important aspect of self-care. It releases endorphins and helps reduce stress. Plus, it's a great way to reconnect with your body after years of being told it's sinful. Creativity can be a powerful healing tool. Whether it's art, music, writing, or crafting, expressing yourself creatively can help process emotions. It's like having a conversation with your soul, but with fewer awkward pauses. And hey, if your art looks like a preschooler did it, that's okay. God loves childlike faith, right? Preventing religious trauma is as important as healing from it. Education plays a crucial role. Understanding the signs and impacts of religious trauma can help individuals and communities avoid harmful practices. Promoting critical thinking and questioning within religious communities can help prevent trauma. Encourage open dialogue and respect for different viewpoints. Teaching healthy boundaries and consent in religious contexts is vital. This includes respecting individuals' right to their own beliefs and practices. Emphasizing love, compassion, and inclusion over fear and judgment can go a long way in preventing religious trauma. It's about cultivating a faith that uplifts rather than oppresses. Think of it as spiritual gardening, nurturing growth instead of pruning with fear. And remember, even God took a day off. Self-care isn't just for us, mere mortals. Healing from religious trauma is a journey of rediscovery and growth. It's about reclaiming your sense of self and finding peace. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Many have walked this path before and found healing. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to healing. What works for one person may not work for another. Be patient with yourself and celebrate small victories. It's okay to take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. As you heal, you may find new sources of meaning and purpose. Some discover a more personal spirituality, while others embrace secular humanism. Whatever path you choose, make sure it's one that brings you peace and joy. Remember, your worth is not determined by your religious beliefs or lack thereof. You are valuable simply because you exist. The road may be long, but each step takes you closer to peace and self-acceptance.